He's a good father, but a terrible husband. But I'm okay with it because my kids are getting the best in life. I only have 2 questions for this kind of women. Question number 1, is his being a good father dependent on your presence in his life? As in, if you were to leave that marriage, would he still be the good father that you claim he is? Ama, he would withdraw all support, care, and affection from your children because he's no longer getting the benefits that he was getting from you being present in his life. Question number 2, fine. He's a wonderful, marvelous father and a terrible husband. That one we agree. He's being a terrible husband. Does it affect you in any way? Ama, it doesn't affect you. If you tell me that he's being a terrible husband to you does not affect you and affect how you show up as a mother, you're lying. My dear, you're lying. You cannot be living with a terrible man for a husband and it doesn't affect how you show up for your children as a mother. Because, for example, huwezi keleleshwa the whole night and then in the morning you wake up to prepare your kids to go to school and you're in a very good mood. I imagine you're going to be cooking that breakfast, banging the dishes, the sufurias, the cups, and then you're going to be yelling at the kids. Yelling at them before they go to school. You've already ruined their whole day. You turn up as this harsh, always annoyed mother who's so difficult to please. Your children are going to be even afraid of you. They don't know what mood you're going to turn up with when you come from work. And it has nothing to do with the children, or very little to do with the children, but to do with your terrible husband. If it doesn't affect you in that way, then you're going to start using the children as an emotional clutch. And there's nothing as bad as a parent using her children as an emotional clutch. You're so fearful, you're so afraid, you're so unsure of yourself, and you have to run everything by your children, especially when you have teenage children, young adults. You're always there telling them about what their dad did to you, how that made you feel, how you're so scared. You're looking for sympathy from the children because I know married women find it very hard to go getting help out there from their friends because they always put up this facade of everything is okay, which leads me to the 3rd point. You live a fake life whereby in the house, your children know everything that's going on between you and their dad. But out there, you put up this image of a very happy family, like everything is perfect. And your children are watching, they're observing you, they can see how you're living a two-faced life. And what are you teaching them? To normalize that is okay. That you don't have to be authentic. You can live this kind of life privately and then on the outside, you show them a different kind of picture. And I don't think that is the right way for people to live. Human beings, it's like stepping on the accelerator and the brake at the same time. You'll live with so much internal conflict. It just is not right. You need to be yourself. You need to be authentic. Fine. And when you're using your children as an emotional clutch, subconsciously, they're absorbing all the negative things about their father. You wake up in the morning, you have a black eye. And they know that it's their dad who hit you, punched you, or slapped you, or something. And so you can't lie to them because for how long are you going to lie? How many times do you fall in the bathtub? How many times does the window, whatever, hit you? Why does it always hit you on that side? They know that their dad is physically abusive. And so they're going to start having this emotional, I don't know what to call it, but they're going to have this idea of their dad being a violent man who hurts their harmless mother, who beats up women. They'll either normalize that and think it is normal and repeat the cycle, or the girls will now start accepting any kind of treatment from any man because this is what love is. I mean, mom vumilias, this is what marriage is. So you're teaching your children the wrong idea about marriage and the wrong idea about love and relationships. Another thing, When they grow up and they're able to question, they'll start asking you, why did you tolerate this? Yes, dad was amazing and wonderful, but you did not deserve everything that he put you through. And so what's gonna happen is you will tell them that I stayed for you. I was afraid if I leave, you will not have a two-parent home. Maybe he will stop supporting you. Oh, I would miss you so much if I left you behind, blah, blah. So I sacrificed my life and what could have been. I sacrificed my happiness so that I could be here for you. What does that do? It gives the children this heavy burden of guilt. They feel responsible for you not having lived your life and for all the sacrifices you made for them. Should anything happen to you, they will blame themselves forever. I usually say when it comes to physical abuse, please, that one, there is no sacrificing, there is no forgiving, there is no, let's wait and see. That one you need to flee for your life and your well-being. Because another thing that can happen is death. So do you want to give your parents a dead mother? Does a dead mother show up as her best version to her children? Of course not. And there are two types of death. There's the obvious one, the physical one, where you just die and you're buried. And there is the one you die inside. You slowly lose your identity, you slowly lose your self-esteem. Before you know it, you're slipping into depression. If not depression, you're slowly slipping into some sort of anxiety disorder. And within no time, you're isolating yourself. Within no time, you're taking antidepressants. Within no time, you're a zombie. You're a shell of your former self. Now, you wanted to show up for your children, but now you can't. You have been zombified by the many drugs that you've been given by psychiatrists so that you can be able to cope and tolerate with your miserable life. You're a shell of your former self. What value are you adding to those children? And I can assure you, when you get to that stage, you're going to be replaced very quickly. Very, very quickly. So my question is, if your terrible husband, your words, not mine, can still be a wonderful father, even in your absence, why don't you uncouple consciously? Save yourself. Go somewhere where you can take care of your mental and physical well-being and be able to show up as the best version of yourself and be able to be the wonderful mother to your children that you want to be, and allow him to continue being the wonderful father that he is and has always been to your children. Children need two healthy, alive, and well parents who are separate, more than they need one well parent and one who is a zombie, self-sacrificed, internally dead, depressed, anxious parent. It will affect them negatively. In as much as you try to pretend that everything is okay, children pick up on the energy, not necessarily what you tell them. Children are very observant. They can see. So make the decisions that you need to make, and don't use that excuse of, oh, I'm staying because he's a wonderful father, but he's a terrible husband. So let me self-abandon and continue living with this terrible husband so that my children can grow up. Think about it.